Welcome to another episode of The Profile. My name is Gary Dunn and we're here in our little chateau at ProCopy. And thanks to ProCopy, we get an opportunity every week to look and interview some of Perth's more colourful musicians. And this week on the couch, we have a very colourful musician. How are you, Rick?
I'm very good. How are you?
Mr. Ric Whittle, thank you for
Mate,
coming
you're
in.
looking really swell. I feel a bit undressed without the top.
Mate, I could get my producer to go and get you some ties if you like, and we could...
If he's got one there,
yeah,
I'd be wrapped.
get a few ties for Rick. Look, you've had your massage?
I've had everything.
Yeah, I mean, you ate in the canteen.
Yeah.
We've got a wonderful setup here, as you know.
I had a cup of tea.
Yeah,
Still
wonderful.
drinking a cup of tea, actually.
Yes, good. Here's a couple of ties coming your way, Rick.
Now that just clashes with my eyes, really. Come on. That's better.
Look, let's get a little bit serious here, shall we?
Okay.
Can I ask you where you were born?
Subiaco.
Subiaco, St John of God?
That's the one.
Gee, everyone was born
Everybody
there?
was born
Must have
there.
been like a little musical factory or something like
It's
that.
rather
I mean.
strange, yes.
So, your granddad played drums? Your dad played drums? Obviously,
Family curse.
it's in your DNA. You had to be a drummer.
My son plays the drums. My
yep.
grandson plays the drums.
Normally I ask where it all started, but what was the flashing light there?
My great-grandfather was a choir master.
Yeah.
And my grandfather was a drummer. And Dad was a drummer.
You happy with that tie?
No, not really.
Okay.
But yeah, it was. My mum was a singer and a dancer and
Yep.
whatever, and a piano player. So I had no chance.
Yeah.
It was music.
Yeah.
Right from the beginning.
Everyone says you've got the silkiest hands. You got that feel.
I'm not sure what that means, but it's probably because when I was a little kid, all I had was a little bit of wood with a bit of rubber stuck on it.
Yeah. Be like
And
Donald
it's-
Bradman with the wicket and the...
Probably the same kind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and I was just told practice that.
Yeah.
Sit in front of a mirror and go, Mama, Dada, Mama, Dada, for hours.
That would drive someone nuts, surely.
Yeah. I mean it.
And you're still doing it.
I'm still doing it. Exactly. How'd you know that?
Look, is it true that you played your first gig at 10 years old?
It was around 9 or 10. Yeah.
Wow. Was that a paying gig or?
The 10, yeah. Yeah, it was. Not much.
Yeah.
By 11, it was big money.
Yeah.
Big money when I was 11, mate. I was making a fortune. Yeah.
Now, normally I would say, where did you go to school? But I know where you went to school. You went to Perth Modern because my producer this week has given me a little bit of information on my guest. So,
Yeah, Perth Modern.
Yeah.
It was apparently the first music school in Perth.
yeah.
I didn't see much of that. I think I had some lessons with the trombone player,
Yeah.
which wasn't much help when you were a drummer.
No.
He was a great trombone player.
Did you have to play trombone or?
At one point there, I was told to play trombone.
Yeah.
When you got the smallest mouth in the world and you got a trombone mouth, it doesn't work. It was actually a friend of my dad's came around to teach me and my brother something musical.
Yeah.
And this guy said, what do you want to play? And I said, the drums. And he said, no, I meant musical.
Exactly.
That was the beginning
Wow.
of realising drummers were kind of musicians' labourers.
So there's jokes that were going on
Always.
in those days.
Oh, yeah. Never stopped.
Never stopped.
No.
Yeah. I obviously always respected drummers because, I mean, you're the backbone of it, really.
Thank you. Yes. So we're the hub in the wheel.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Without a drummer, there ain't no beat.
Thank you.
And no beat, there ain't no band.
Yeah, average band, good drummer.
Yeah.
It's a good band.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Great band with average drummer.
So,
Average.
during that time, what was the first concert you went to? Can you remember who you saw and how excited you maybe were about it?
Never excited.
No?
No, the first concerts I was probably at, I was usually playing in the support band.
All right.
For some reason, when we were little kids, we must have been cheap. So we did things like the Beach Boys and all these support gigs, you know, because we were cheap.
Yeah.
So those are the first ones I saw. I remember the Beach Boys and a couple that I just sat there as a kid going, what?
And you're still doing support acts. What does that say? Is that still you're cheaper than most other bands? Or?
I've always been cheap. That's a well-known fact.
So what would be the most influential band in your life?
Chicago.
Chicago? Yeah.
Yeah. It was just timing. You know, there was me and 3 trumpet players.
Yeah.
Then there was a guitar player. Then there was a keyboard player.
Yeah.
It became kind of Chicago-y. And I remember sitting on the back veranda of Brendan Darby's house, the trumpet player, in Scarborough,
Brendan.
and putting a needle on this record that we just got and go,
Who's that?
and Terry Kath on guitar.
Yeah.
We just thought, oh my God, that's sort of what we wanted to do. And it went from there.
A band called Saab, which was brass spelled backwards. Yeah. Was that a bit like that sort of vibe, that feel? Or?
Well, yeah, very much.
Yeah.
You know, we started out as kids, you know, called the Young Brass. What a great concept. It was just me and 3 trumpets, which is really quite weird.
A drummer and 3 trumpets?
Drummer and 3 trumpets.
What sort of songs did you play?
Tijuana Brass.
Ah, of course.
All that sort of stuff.
Heard Albert.
And we kind of made a living doing competitions.
Wow.
So we were doing like the Kings Park Battle of the Bands and the Osmond Park Battle of the Bands, and that's where I met a lot of the sort of more hardcore dudes that were around Perth, like Al Cash and Dennis James, and they were all in those bands that we beat.
Yeah.
They didn't like us.
Didn't like you.
Well, we wore uniforms, and they just had hair and T-shirts and stuff. You know?
Yeah.
But we actually made a living doing competitions. They went on to do Showcase, which was the Melbourne-based thing, 67, 68, 69. And so, we were travelling around. I kind of like started at the top and I worked my way down ever since. Yeah? And that changed into Saab, you know, with more members. Greg Schultz, Brenton Fosdyke, Roy Daniel.
Wow, big names
just,
in our community.
3 horn players. It was a fun band.
Yeah.
Good band.
And so maybe the first sort of delving into rock would have been Fatty Lumpkin, or how did that sort of transpire?
Well, it always felt like rock to me anyway. It wasn't jazz.
Yeah.
You know, but Saab sort of went into some other sort of a stranger vibe, and then Roy Daniel and I left, and we got put into all these different bands by the booking agency who looked after us, whether the bands wanted us or not.
Who was that booking agent?
Victor Kalis.
All right. It wasn't Des Joes? Because
It wasn't Des Joes, no, that was a bit later. This was Victor. And it was just a series of events where we won the Hoadley's Battle of the Band, which the Hoadley's Battle of the Band was
Chocolate.
big. Chocolate, yeah. What are we here for? Hoadley's. No one will remember that.
Yes.
But it was huge. We were in Sydney, we got a record deal, we had gigs and everything was happening, and we had to come back to Perth.
Yeah.
Because we had to open up a hotel. They were going to sue us if we didn't open the hotel because there was TV advertising.
Yeah.
It was Cleopatra's Hotel in Fremantle.
Okay. Cleo's, yeah.
Just what you want to come back from Sydney to open that.
Didn't they have the most stabbings at that time?
It was a pretty rough place. Yeah. We did Sundays and Tuesdays there for a long time. Yeah. But, you know, that sort of dissipated into whatever.
Yeah.
I think it fell apart to the point where Brendan, trumpet player, and Clive, one of the trumpet, they got in the Ford Transit van and drove to Sydney.
That was
got as far as New Norsea or something. Yeah, rock and roll. Yeah.
Absolutely.
But then, a few years later, I think we mucked around with different bands, and Dave Hole and Roy and Brenton Fosdyke, and then Lumpkin came up. The original Lumpkin was Johnny Meyer, John Worrell, Al Cash, and Roy.
Yeah.
Experimental
Yes.
sort of stuff. I think it sort of folded up and then came back, and by the time I joined, they were doing pretty well.
Yeah.
Great band.
Well,
Great
I remember going
fun
to
play.
see you many times. Wishing I was up on the stage. I was a few years behind you guys, so
Not much.
in age. Oh, come on.
Okay, all right.
And obviously Dave Hole, we had him on the show a little while ago.
I mean, I go kind of vague with when and what, but
Yeah.
Dave Hole was in there somewhere, and we would. I think I was with Dave for a year or two, and then I left and went and played at Beethoven's nightclub.
Right.
It was kind of raw Dave Hole blues straight
Yep.
to a disco.
Yep.
Playing disco.
70s.
74.
Yeah.
That was weird. And it's, I ended up back with Dave again. After that, it's all kind of a blur. Maybe you could remind me. You've got
Mate.
enough notes there.
Mate, I remember seeing you, Gobbles, really.
Ooh,
I think the world famous Oralettes.
That was 81.
Yeah.
I think. I was touring with Matt Taylor
Yeah.
and Phil Manning.
Yeah.
And 81 it would have finished, and I came back and went to Gobbles.
Yeah.
4 nights a week.
Everyone goes to Gobbles at some time, don't
At
they?
some point, yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of almost managed to avoid the 80s
Yes.
by being at Gobbles for a long time.
Yeah. We did a reunion the other week at the Charles.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quite good.
Yeah.
Packed it out. And all the
Right.
old people trying
Right.
to spot people that were fat and bald now. And
Yeah. No, well, I did speak to Bob Marr, who owned
Yeah.
Gobbles at one point, and I mean, we talked about the old days.
Yeah.
People queuing up to come in on a Wednesday night.
Yes.
And still there at 3:30 on a Thursday morning drinking.
Yes. And then
Is
go to
that
work.
can ever happen again?
Well, you can't because booze buses are on Friday mornings, every Friday morning now. So.
Yep.
The life has changed. In 1984, you opened up the drum shop.
Drum workshop.
Drum workshop, sorry, yes.
At Cosmic.
Yeah, and I think I worked with you at some time during
Yeah,
that
you were
time.
in and out there.
In and out,
Yeah, that was strange. I mean, I got the phone call, it was 84, the end of 84. I was still in bed, 11 o'clock, the muso. And John Goldsmith rang and said, I'm going to start up a drum shop, you want to go partners? And I went, John, you hate drums. He was a drummer.
Yes.
But it meant all fiddly spare parts, and the Cosmic drum shop was a drawer.
Yeah, that's
a few
right.
pairs of sticks. That was it. But we did it, you know, and that went on for quite a few years.
And so you've come full circle a bit in that because now you're back there running the whole drum thing.
Yeah, it wasn't really part of the plan, but you just go with the flow.
Yeah.
Next minute, I'm trying to work out computers and systems and ordering and stock control. I'm going, oh my God. Anyway, but it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Tell us a bit about Matt Taylor and Phil Manning and your time with them and obviously Manteca, which was a great 14-piece band. Too many questions?
Too many questions,
We'll start with Matt Taylor and Phil
I can
Manning.
remember some of that. Matt rang me one night, and I'd just done a session that day with Russell on guitar.
Russell Morris.
Smith.
Oh, Russell Smith.
Yeah, it was in Company Cane in Melbourne with Matt. And Matt rang and said, oh, you just did a session, you know, like I'm looking to put a band together and everything. And I said, yeah, cool. And at that point, I just said, well, look, if you want me in the band, cool. Well, I want the best bass player in town, which at that point was a young Paul Pooley.
Yes.
It was just a gun. And I said, the only blues guy I know who's really into the blues and lives that is Dave Hall.
Yeah.
And so that was the band that got put together. And I didn't do it. I didn't join. I just
but everyone else
I had
did.
too many sessions on, and I just couldn't. Every time they did something, I got a session tomorrow. Sorry. Yeah. So they got Mad Scotsman on drums for about a year.
What was his name?
I can't remember his name. I know he used to get out and do a floor show during the night with a blues band. But yeah, it was when I finally got with the band. It was me and Dave and Roy Daniel.
Yeah.
Oh no, Paul Pooley was still in the band, and it was great fun.
I saw Roy with Dave.
Dave's still playing with Roy. Yeah.
And there's this guy with long grey hair, and I'm thinking, is that Roy? Is it?
What do you want?
No. Yeah, but you know, they can still recognise you apart from all of the stuff there.
Yeah, I'll shave it off one day.
Yeah, thank you.
Just don't have time.
No.
But yeah, look, that when Roy joined the band and then Dave Hole left, which was a whole funny story, but I won't go into that. And Phil Manning joined.
Yeah.
And that band that went on for a few years was just one of the best.
Great. Yeah.
Phil's such a great player.
Yeah.
And so you had Matt, me, and Roy, and we had a ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're touring all the time.
Yeah. So Manteca, 14-piece band, probably one of the best bands I've seen.
That was about the same time, which is kind of weird.
Yeah.
So I'd go away and tour, and eventually it became a bit too much. So I think I got home from a tour, and my wife told me I'd been sacked, which was always fun. Uber rang up and said, you're not in the band anymore.
Jenny was in the band. Was she? No.
No, not in Manteca. Manteca was our life.
Oh, sorry.
Don't make me go through all names, but all the usuals. Al Pithers, Al Lyford, Brendan Darby, Uwe Stingel, Mick Glendinning, Cliff Linton.
Mick Glendinning is going to... We're actually doing a friend of yours and mine, Pecco. We're doing a concert for him at the Charles on July the 15th. So
that'll be big.
Give this little bit of a plug. This camera here. There you go. We're getting together for Pecco, and you're going to be a part of that. And Mick's going to play bass, I believe.
Yeah, love playing with Mick. Great player.
Yeah, so that'll be a great night. And Vdelli has been your passion for the last how many years now?
Well, first I think I was actually playing with John Meyer.
Yeah.
And then it was Power Shift. Yeah. And I was asked to do just a Tuesday night because something had happened with the drummer in a certain venue. So I was just doing Tuesdays, and Johnny Meyer was promoting a new album, and we did a lot of stuff together. It was great. I like playing with John.
Yeah, fantastic.
And then the Power Shift thing got busier and busier, and they said, well, "Look, will you join the band?" And I went, "Yeah, okay." And that was Power Shift for a long time. And then it sort of morphed and changed a bit, and had Billy Blissett and Gerard Monique and Roy and me and Michael Vdelli.
Yeah.
And I did a tour of the States for about 3 or 4 months with Dave Holt, and got back and just rang Michael and said, let's put a band together. It took me 2 weeks to talk him into doing it. And I said, call it Vdelli.
That's unusual. People are usually talking you into doing something, so...
Yeah, that doesn't work all the time.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Yeah. No, Mick didn't want to be in a band called Vdelli.
Yeah, yeah.
You know? But I said, no one else has got that name. It's, it doesn't matter about name. Just go, and he did. So that was 20 years, 1997 to now.
And can you remember how many albums you've released with Vdelli?
It's about 16, 17.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Kind of every 2 years, putting stuff together. Some were live.
Yeah.
But a lot were, originals and stuff.
Yeah. So, moving sideways a little bit, what other, all of us musicians have to supplement our lives with some sort of income, and obviously the drum thing, retail, have you done anything else?
No.
Have you been a doctor or a nurse? Or?
I thought about that once, I didn't pass the exam. Look, even when it was a drum workshop, I was working 7 nights a week as a musician.
Yeah.
Like I remember Billy Hyde.
Yes, I remember Gary.
Saying that he still made money playing as a musician.
Yeah.
So almost the whole time I had the drum workshop, I was making my living playing drums.
Yeah.
Bit different now. It's great. Now I'm playing when I want to play.
Yep.
And what I want to play.
Yeah, cool.
So it's, and I'm working with some young kids now, which is frightening.
Yeah.
Probably about the same age as my grandkids.
How many grandkids do you have?
4.
4, same.
Really?
Yeah.
You've been busy.
Yeah, very busy.
Yeah.
Not me, my daughters.
No, you're okay. Yeah. I started young though.
So, who are you listening to here on the way here in the car? Any music?
Try not to.
No? Do you listen to much music these days?
I can't find anything. Yeah. I try, you find some stuff that's happening, but... And I'm trying not to be one of those sort of people that say, no, it was all happening back then, but it's kind of like, really? Led Zeppelin, Deep Purple, the Beatles, Rolling Stone, we're talking about them 60 years later.
Yes.
Will we be talking about Justin Bieber and
I doubt
in
it.
60 years' time?
I doubt it.
I don't think so. So, but I'm looking, young, well, not young anymore, but, Scott Henderson and more fusion type stuff where they're really trying to play music.
So, if you were stuck on a deserted island and you could only take one album, what album would that be?
I wouldn't take one.
You wouldn't take an album?
No, I'd take a drum kit.
A drum kit?
I'd take a drum kit and just sit there with no contact with anybody and just practice.
If you can't fit the drum kit in your suitcase, then...
I'd find a way.
Yeah.
Pair of sticks and
take that little wood block and play Mama Dada.
I do that every night anyway. Yeah.
So what would your favourite TV show have been growing up? Don't say you didn't have one of those either. Give me something to work with.
Well, I do mention to kids, I grew up without TV.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I can remember when TV started, and that's frightened some young kids. They can't believe that.
Yeah.
The Flintstones.
Yeah. Great.
I love the Flintstones.
Great, fantastic.
I wish they'd bring it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wilma.
Yeah. The music was incredible.
Do you have any unfulfilled ambitions?
No.
No? None at all?
Just to keep playing drum.
Yeah, cool. You played with the WA Symphony Orchestra as well. You've done a whole array of
weird
stuff.
Yeah.
From
some
blues
stuff I probably should have said no to, but when you're a young musician paying the rent by playing, you say, yep. I've done jazz gigs and symphony orchestra gigs, and you're kind of out of your depth.
Because you played with the Munich Symphony Orchestra as well, yeah?
Recorded with them, yeah. I was living in Munich. And
yeah. Was that with Vdelli?
No, it was just me. It was in 89 or 88, 89. I was living there, and I just got phone calls, and next minute I'm playing with the Munich Symphony Orchestra, augmented with the Prague Symphony Orchestra.
Wow. What was that like?
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Great fun.
Yeah.
Big money too.
Yeah.
Like 1,000 Deutschmark a day.
Wow.
Big money.
Very good.
And but it was Beatles songs.
Yeah.
So it was dead simple.
Yeah.
But 75 string players playing Beatles songs is a lot of fun. Yeah.
So you've also played with Johnny Farnham.
Mm-hmm. When I was very young, yeah.
Ronnie Burns, Jade Harley.
Jade Hurley.
Hurley, sorry.
Harley.
And Harley. Changed his name to Hurley to Harley.
Johnny O'Keefe.
Yeah.
Well, just whatever backing gigs came up. Johnny O'Keefe was probably the most fun.
Yeah.
We did that with John Worrell, Brenton Fosdyke, Roy, and I think Phil Pruitt.
Yeah.
Which was actually the beginning where we wrote some of the songs that Faye Lumpkin ended up recording.
Yeah.
You know, while we were jamming with poor old Johnny Keith trying to do his floor show. We should just play stuff behind him.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, it was fun.
Is it true you were sacked by Rolf Harris?
Yes. Yes, I was with the Western Australian Symphony Orchestra. And no, it was just one of those things, one of those gigs you say, really?
Yeah.
You know? And, but I mean, a year later I did a whole album with him.
Was there a reason why?
I was too young.
All right.
That happened a few times.
Yeah.
I remember...
What, you were too young?
I was too young. Well, some producers or whatever thought, no, he's too young. Yeah.
So how old were you then?
I can't remember. I was too young.
You're too young to remember.
They wanted older, more mature gentlemen to be playing with the symphony orchestra. I looked over some young kid with long, still black hair and going, no, he can't do this. He's too young.
I believe the only band you probably didn't play with was probably Magnificent Seven, because their drummer... I don't believe you could do that 2/4 shuffle. Or
I went for the audition.
Couldn't break him out of there?
Couldn't do that. I wasn't good enough looking either.
Oh.
Yeah. You had to be the right look.
Who was the drummer in Meg 7?
Oh, I can't remember.
Can't remember.
He's gone now. He's forgotten. See how quick fame disappears? Just like that.
So we've got this little guitar here.
Oh, really?
It's one of Al's masterpieces, and we get all guitar players to sign it. And as soon as you're a drummer, we're going to get you to sign the back.
You said drama.
A drummer, not a drama.
It's very close.
No. Sometimes I have known you to be a drummer, Rick, but tonight not so much. So
let me do that.
If you could please sign that, make it small so we can get the other drummers on.
No way. Mate.
Now we're going to auction this guitar, or we're going to give this guitar away to one of our viewers.
Is that flaring on the camera?
No, that's beautiful. That's a great signature.
Yeah, it takes
actually. It's a little snare drum, and thank you for doing that, because that's going to make the value skyrocket.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, thank you very much. Rick, do you collect anything?
Drums.
What, just all sorts of different bits and pieces?
Yeah, drums. I've got 3 sheds full of drums.
Yeah. Okay. Next question. What would you put on your gravestone?
Told you I was sick.
Most people say that.
Spike Milligan.
Best Perth band you saw live?
Faye Lumpkin. Not with me. It was Mick Glendinning, Al Cash, Phil Pruitt, John Worrell, and Rex Bullen.
Okay.
I sat there at the Leederville pub just going, whoa.
Leederville was great in those days as well.
It was called the Stockade or something?
Yeah.
Or
I snuck in and saw AC/DC in 73.
Yeah,
I think I was 13 or 14.
Yeah, I remember being there with a few people. We were watching Cold Chisel.
Yeah.
Akadaka. Skyhooks.
Yes.
Yeah.
All the big bands.
I had one person next to me saying, do you think they're any good? Do you think they'll make it? No names.
No names.
But he controlled Perth for a while as a booking agent.
Yeah. Look, did you want to say anything about Des, or did you want to talk about Des, or was it just...
Look, there's been a few people in the industry that, what do? They're running businesses.
Yeah.
Sometimes business gets in the way of music.
Yes.
And reality. Yeah, but hey, no.
Is that your answer?
That's my answer. I'm not saying anything about them. Yeah.
Okay, last question.
That's got me into trouble already, hasn't it?
I'm already in trouble for everything I say anyway.
Yeah, I noticed the red light's gone off on the camera. They stopped us a while ago.
Yeah, I'll take this opportunity to say, viewers, if you please like us on Facebook and check out our YouTube channel, give us a thumbs up, and we'll keep you up to date with the up-and-coming interviews we do. Last question, Rick, is there something for our viewers that nobody knows about you that you could tell us here live that's never been revealed before? Something. Give us some action here.
Really?
Yeah. Anything that comes up at all? Like,
I was going to say so many things, but everything would get me into serious trouble. Yeah. Nah.
Nothing at all?
I'm an open book.
We know everything about you?
Well, I've been in a few movies. I'm an actor.
Which ones are they?
I'm not going to say, because then you'll go out and find them. No, there was a couple in Germany, one in Germany. I don't know why.
What sort of movie was it?
One in Germany was a TV series.
Yeah.
Called Radio Isertal, which is about a radio station that couldn't play live music. They had a band.
Okay.
I was the drummer in the band.
Something we didn't know.
Another one was with Tom Burleson, Nicole Kidman. I was the drummer in the band.
Wow.
Ross.
That
just sat there with earphones and chewed gum and rolled joints. They typecast me.
That's something very unusual.
Yeah, it was good money.
Yeah.
But, I know people that have studied to be actors, and next minute you're a drummer and you're on a movie set.
Sometimes it's just where you are in life, and it's all about timing and well, being a drummer, I suppose it is about
being
timing.
Being a drummer helped.
Yeah. Look, Rick, thanks very much for coming in. You've been an absolute great sport, and wonderful to get a bit of an insight into your career and some of the stories you've just told us. And I really appreciate you coming in.
Been a pleasure.
Thank you very much. Thank you, viewers. We'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.